And it goes a little something like,
I'll give you love you want all summer, and after fall I'll keep you warm all summer, and after fall I'll keep.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. By the title, you know what this video is about. This is a story of the time that I was. I don't really want to talk about that either. This is the time that I was touched by my cousin, and it's a hard topic to talk about, and I don't really like talking about it because it makes me really angry, and it makes me really hurt. It gives me really bad depression and really bad anxiety, and I don't like talking about it, but maybe if I talk about it, it will help other people talk about it and come out and, you know, put people behind bars, because a lot of people believe a lot of shit, and I don't want anyone going through what I went through. I don't remember what grade I was in, but I just remember me and my sister were staying up super late because we had to actually clean our room, and our room was super dirty, like super dirty. I just remember just me and her, you know, turning on music, like cleaning our room, picking up clothes, and you know, so forth. I remember, you know, just it was a normal night, just me and her. I remember it just starting more late, and little by little, everybody was going to bed. So you know, my dad slept in his room, and then my sister's, I think it was my brother's room, was right next to ours. He slept in his room, and then my mom used to like being up, so we had a TV in our living room, so she would sleep over there in her room. Um, so I remember everybody just slowly but surely was, you know, falling asleep. And I remember me and my sister hear someone coming in our house, and we're like, what the heck? So I obviously we're like, what the heck? Like, who could that be? So we go out and we see that it's one of our cousins, and we're like, what the heck? So we're like, what are you doing here? Like, what the heck? It's like super late, like, you know. My cousin just didn't seem like himself. I didn't really think anything of it. I thought maybe he was just like, you know, like just like super hyper or whatnot, you know. I didn't think much of it. Um, but yeah, like I said, you know, we continued cleaning our room. Um, so we're cleaning our room still, and me and her just talking, you know, having a good time, just listening to music on the radio, cleaning our room, putting things away, you know. Then we finally kind of like, you know, get done with our room, and we're sitting there and we're talking, and you know, just, you know, sister time, you know. And I remember he was in the like the living room, or he wasn't in the house again. Like, you know what I mean? He like went somewhere. I think like in the front yard or something. I don't know, but I just remember he left and then he came back. So then when he came back, I just like, I don't know what it was, but like I just had a really bad vibe from him. I just like, you just know when something or someone is just acting really fucking weird. And you know, I was like, I pulled my sister to the side because he just walked in our room and just started sitting there and chilling, like, and just, you know, I just got a really bad vibe. and I was just like, what the fuck? So I pulled into the bathroom, and I told her, hey, um, did you notice how weird he's acting? Like, and she was like, yeah, you noticed that too? And I was like, yeah, like, I noticed that, like, he's acting hella sketch. So, I told her, I was like, I don't feel comfortable sleeping in our room. Like, I want to sleep either with dad or I either want to sleep with mom, you know? So she was like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep with mom and you can sleep with dad. And I was like, all right, that, that sounds fine. Um, so, we leave him in our room because, like, obviously, like, we don't feel comfortable. Like I said, like, I got creep vibes from him that day. And, my sister slept with my mom in the living room, and my mom's sleeping on the couch, so she decides to make a bed on the floor and sleep, like, right next to her on the floor. But me, like, I'm really, really comfortable with my dad, and, like, me and my dad have this really, really strong bond. So in my head, I was like, well, if, the most comfortable spot I feel comfortable sleeping is with my dad. So I go in my dad's room, and I lock the door because, like, I don't know, just, like, I just got really, really, really bad vibes from him. Like, I felt it come, and I don't know. I should have told my mom and dad, like, that he was there. I should have told him, like, you know what I mean? But, like, I was little, so, like, in my head, I guess I thought it was okay for him to be there because, like, he's my cousin, But, yeah, I never told my parents. So, like I said, I get inside my mom and dad's room. I lock the door and I lay right next to my dad. Like, I'm like right on his back. And I just remember I couldn't fall asleep. And I was forcing myself to sleep. It was closing my eyes. I was trying to force myself to go to sleep. And I finally go to sleep. And I knock out. I full on knock out. And, I'm a heavy sleeper. So, like, if somebody touches me, I don't feel it. If an earthquake happens, I literally don't feel it. Like, I'm a really, 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 really heavy sleeper. Um, my dad gets up for work, and every day he gets up from work at like 4:30, so that he can be there at 5. He gets dressed, he takes off for work, he gets his lunch, and I guess my dad didn't notice that my cousin was there, because obviously he was in my room. So my dad, obviously the door was locked, but my dad didn't know that my cousin was there. So I'm pretty sure he was like, why is the door locked? You know what I mean? So he takes off to work, he leaves the door open. I'm basically alone in his room. Um, like I said, I'm a heavy sleeper, so I just don't like talking about this. With a heavy sleeper, and I just remember, like, for some reason, my brain was awake, but my body was asleep. So I guess when my dad left, my cousin came inside my parents' room where I was sleeping, and I don't know if he touched me or what, but I just remember in my sleep, just sleeping, and I feel his hands, and his hands were so cold, like, just like if he stuck his hands in a bucket of fucking ice water and just left it there for 5 minutes and then decided to touch me. Um, he went like this, and he like, I guess was trying to take off my bra or whatever he was trying to do. But I just remember when I felt that, I just instantly woke up. And I went like this, like I just looked straight up, and I just seen my cousin walk, like run out the room into me and my sister's room. Like I know for a fact I wasn't, like I was not tripping, I was not hallucinating, I was not dreaming. Like I seen him with my fucking eyes run out and go into our room. Um, I just I just remember just remember waking up, and after he ran out, I like froze, and I didn't know what to do. I never been in a situation like that, you know what I mean? So I didn't know what to do. I immediately like started thinking like, should I tell mom? What should I do? Should I keep this to myself? Um, you know, and I thought maybe like the best thing to do was to tell my mom. So I get up out of bed and I notice that my pants are unbuttoned and unzipped. Um, one of my bra straps was down. I still don't know exactly what he did to me that night, but I know for a fact he sexually assaulted me. He touched me. He made me feel really, really uncomfortable. Um, and I just felt really like, I don't know. I felt like I was, fucking word, I felt disgusted. Like it felt so gross. Like I said, um, but yeah, I got up and I walked past the room. I didn't even look, and I just, my mom was sleeping, and it was just sitting there, like just sitting in the living room. And I laid right next to my sister because I thought maybe like I shouldn't say anything at all. And then I was like, no, because if I don't say anything, it's gonna probably keep on happening. So, um, so I get up off the floor next to my sister and I shake my mom and I tell her what happened. I just remember telling her so and so came over and I felt uncomfortable with them being in my room, so I went to dad's room to sleep, and dad went to work, and he touched me, like so and so touched me. Um, I just remember her saying like, she looked at me, she said what, and I said so and so came in dad's room and touched me, and she was like, what do you mean? He's not even here. I go, he came last night. And she said, what is he even doing here? How come you didn't tell us that he was here? And I don't know. Like, I was like, well, I didn't know. I didn't, I didn't know what to say. You know? So she gets out of bed and she's like he really did that, and then started crying, and I was like, yeah, he did that. And I just remember my mom running down our long ass hallway, and she was like, what the fuck, like, why are you here? Um, why would you do that to her? Get out of my house, and just talking all kinds of shit. Um, I just remember like he left, and the reason why he was acting so weird was because he was on drugs. Not saying, I'm not saying like, oh, it's okay. It's because it's not a fucking game. Like, that shit scarred me for the rest of my life. Like, that shit bothers me. Oh, but yeah, my mom ended up calling my dad and telling him what had happened to me. So, my dad still didn't believe it, but it happened. Um, it makes me so angry, but I can't change the past. I can't change what happened to me. I can't change other people's actions. Um, it obviously affects me mentally. It also left me really scarred, left me with trust issues. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. But if this ever happens to you, if anything ever happens to you, please tell somebody, press charges, do anything that you can to protect yourself and to protect others. Really, because if you let someone do this to you, don't say anything at all, they win and they get away with doing this to you, and you don't get no justice, and other people are gonna go through it because that person's not behind bars. Yeah. So that concludes this video, and I hope you guys learn from my mistakes, and I hope nobody ever goes through this because it's the worst feeling in the world. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.